Продолжаем проходить игру под названием The Outer World. Так, чем там остановились? Так. Мгм. Так. Рассывай. Рассыпай, рассывай, рассывай. Рассывай. Ладно. Погнали туда. Здесь, походу, мы все.
Damn right we left the lab. What's left there that's worth dying for?
You let them get away. Worthless, the lot of you. That no-account fool Porter and his crew are even more worthless than I could have imagined. They've abandoned their posts. This is madness. My research? Please tell me you've recovered it. That's... You can't possibly understand the enormity of what you've done for me. Did you find my colleague, Jameson? Well, please keep me apprised of your progress as to that matter. I suppose you've earned it. Oh, really? Who? Orson? Good. It will keep him from wasting my time. Sounds like he might actually be doing something useful for once. I suppose you've earned it. It's highly illegal to have brought the Raptidons to Terra 2. The research done on them before Monarch was left to the dregs was too promising to just abandon, so here we are. You've not much idea how these things work, do you? If Auntie Cleo could be connected to what we're doing here, they'd be ruined. Everyone skirts the law looking for an edge, but the ultimate sin is to be exposed. Plausible deniability is everything. I suppose you've earned it. I grew up in a Spacer's Choice township, my own personal pit of despair. Test marks were high enough, so I set to becoming a scientist, but I didn't relish returning when my studies were done. I'd no desire to spend my life finding better ways to churn out worthless goods. My fellow Spacers looked upon it as a betrayal, but I longed for substance, meaning. Toothpaste is about making people's lives better, preventing pain. Plus, it was a means to an end. Fear, jealousy, belief in the grand plan. No one is meant to seek an improvement to their lot in life, though everyone would, were they only given the chance.
Doc Crane better get over himself.
Так, помощник, блядь. Точняк. Я забыл про его помощника вообще нахуй. Я же не все облазил, кстати, птичка. Здесь вот еще что-то есть. То есть и трупы, 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 блять.
I won't tell.
Санина такая осталась. Опять жопу тяжело тащить. Угу, вот это труп. Спасите Джеймса. А, я его не спас, короче. Он сдох. Видимо, сюда надо было раньше прийти. Ну, кто ж знал. Башку ему оторвали нахуй. Бедолага.
Still a lot of ground to cover there. We'll take.
Yes? Did you find my colleague, Jameson? Jameson. I didn't do right by him, did I? Only cared about how he helped or hurt my research. You understand nothing. Me least of all. Yes? I suppose you've earned it.
Тема. Угу. Так, думаю, что туда придется переться.
Employee, you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect your ticket.
Like true professionals.
Схема.
Here we go. Take your best shot, asshole.
Че, блядь? Наркоманы.
Yeah. That's the last of him.
Так, ебать, тут народ, толпа. Схему достать.
Mess with us.
Там под землей, что ли? Ебаный на свет. Вдохновение, блядь.
Makes you wonder about their labs.
Шел бак с кислотой. Хорош. Ставите бак с кислотой. Установим, когда на корабль вернемся. Даже мы нахуй денемся.
This is how you hide something valuable in plain sight.
Unexpected noise. Processing.
Get past that armor! That's the last of them. Here they come!
Security.
Что здесь надо сделать?
Incoming!
Я, блядь. Просто захуярили. Отхуяченный пища.
All this space and this is all I get to sleep in?
О. Да. Где тут больше делать нехуй, да? Да, можно валить отсюда.
What's that noise?
Все, будем быстро везде побывать, да? Здорово.
Any news? On that thing we spoke about? You know, that thing?
Держи.
Don't keep me in suspense. Did you get my stuff? I mean, not mine. It's for other parties. Buyers. This is gonna make me so popular. I mean, with the people who buy it, not by using it. Because I'm not.
Блядь. Чё? А? Чё, короче? Так, это что?
Take this. You earned it. If you run into me again after all this is over, maybe I'll have more. Pleasure doing business with you.
Курица, блядь. Здорово. Держи. Свои пряники.
Hello. Why do you seem familiar? Have we met? Ah, yes. Very good. And have you done that? What a relief. You hold months of work in your hands. Anton would have just given them to Porter without a second thought. What a waste of potential that would have been. Sadly true. Contraband does tend to fetch a high price among the colony's ne'er-do-wells. So be it. I'll buy them off of you.
Це ухудшено.
Much obliged. Here are your bids. Now, let's see here. Attach this, twist that, apply a little pressure, and voila! I can finally call this little side project complete. Thank the law. Oh. I can't be caught with this. You take it. If R&D buys the schematics from me, perhaps I'll get you the first model, hot off the presses. I'll, call you? Yes, I'll call you. I believe we have nothing further to discuss.
Ладно, не будем его шантажировать. Деньги не пока самая важная тема. Привлекательность. Уважительная. Дезертир уважительная. Первый проход дружелюбная. Правильно. Обязательно 18. Уважительно. Лучший работник заслуживает премии и повышения.
Oh, hello. Why do you seem familiar? Have we met? Ah, yes. Very good. And have you done that? What a relief. You hold months of work in your hands. Now, I'll just attach this here. Bit of glue. A little elbow grease. Voila. I can finally call this little side project complete. Thank the law. Oh. I can't be caught with this. You take it. If R&D buys the schematics from me, perhaps I'll get you the first model, hot off the presses. I'll, call you? Yes, I'll call you.
Презентация улучшена. Так, это пока. Ну все, что делать не буду. Мусорщик в небе. Так, баш. Все, можно валить пока отсюда. Что делать нехуй. Суть. Надо на первопроходец установить в этом. И восстановить. Чё установить? Чё надо на корабль? И получили опять нет книга, блять. Так, пошли робота сперва ебем. Еще выше.
not really that simple, but yes, fine. Anything else?
If that's the case, is it my purpose to annoy you, or yours to be annoyed by me?
Go away.
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! This SAM unit is unable to locate your registered information. Would you like to register your SAM? Registering new owner. Captain. SAM units live to clean and clean to live. Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5
Спальная года.
years. Thank you, customer. SAM, merciless on germs. All SAM units travel fully assembled in a 12x12 corrugated steel box.
Good to see you, boss. What were we talking about? Oh, right, my last job. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on. Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick? That felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it.
Ручная ближнего боя, двуручная ближнего.
Oh, I can do civilized. Proper civilized, too. Genuflecting and everything. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. Yeah, I guess my ship did arrive in the end. I've got you to thank for that. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
Something on your mind?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye. We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Еще одного, да?
Miss Ellie, Dr. Fenhill, I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise. What are you talking about? I oil it every night. Well, look. Here, your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll be back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here.
Everything's got a price.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. What's that? Speak up now. What'd you turn up? Well, that's just swell, sweetheart. Good for you. A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal. If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught. Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of bits around here. Darnation. It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Ключевые задания покупаются. Охуеть. Пока все бодро идет. Не сказал бы, что так. Прям нудно, но нормально. Здорово.
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly.
Да,
Thanks.
держи.
That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
Жительно. Хорошо. Уважайте меня, уважайте.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill. I oughta. Didn't realize it's long. I mean, you treat it nice.
Здорово.
If this is something Tobias could handle, see yourself out the door. Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time. Catherine is tied up with other matters, and I don't want her bothered. I told her I'd be sending my best fixer. Try and play the part. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood? Don't go looking for anything, except salvage. Just watch out. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Good enough for me.
Все, их, блять, устраивает. Меня что-то ничего не устраивает. Юбки. Агент Лилия в Стеллар Бэй очень давно с ним связан. Информацию вам передайте Катрин Малин в Фулбруке. Ладно, погнали.
We're not gonna have to hurt nobody, are we?
А уже первый поход. Стоп.
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill? Ellie. Sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
В любом случае, валим.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still though, don't you find it thrilling? Being in space? Look, it's just Ellie.
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P.
Okay.
Близко. Уж подняться надо.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Some townships have asked Halcyon News to make a statement regarding rumors of food
Stockmaster bills me. How many beers can I handle?
Отдохни, вали, ключ карт.
Scheduled scarcity is a premium feature of colonial life. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
На карте посмотрим. Такое ощущение, что здесь. Вроде и не здесь. Что хуй поймешь.
Nice thing about traveling with the captain, we meet all sorts of new people. Sure, best part is when they pay us. We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. Kind of hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice. A hard cider for a hard life.
В подвале, что ли?
Rizzo's living lap. Lap family tonight.
Интересно. Если сюда мы не можем попасть. Через медотсек, что ли? Сюда? Подожди-ка. Мне же интересно стало.
Rizzo's purple berry bunch. A salt flower
Что за ключ? Отвали, отдохни, вали.
Still getting acquainted? Can't go wrong if you stick to the promenade. Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up. Glass ear? Sorry, there's a lot of static on my end. Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines has really got to me over the years. Huh? What? Huh. Now that I heard.
Попробовать.
Dr. Ellie, do you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common?
This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it?
Because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix things, heal them up.
Hate to break it to you, but before I got to Groundbreaker, I fixed more noses than bones. Nowadays, I probably shoot more than I save.
Oh.
Вот сюда, но надо выше.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the ratings from this pivotal game. Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an unfair advantage. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
А я не понимать, как туда попасть. Может быть, с первого этажа попробую туда забраться. Как вариант. Ну, посмотрим.
Bullshit.
Wake up. Don't such a thing.
Что пока не понимаю.
What do you say we get out of here before we join whoever that was on the grill?
Ладно, я думаю, мы еще не раз сюда вернемся. Просто завалено, блять. Блять, как-то в обход попасть туда. Что пока, блять, у меня даже, не знаю, мысли не доходят.
thought I saw you. What do you think you're doing? Just don't let me get you again, all right?
Да.
CNP Bourse Pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Bourse Pockets. Rizzo's level up. Unlock your personality tonight.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
Слышь. Крыто. Крыто.
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Интересно, секретик, блять. Ладно, как-нибудь мы туда доберемся, кажется. Вот оно что, Михалыч, блядь. Ебаные секретики, блядь. Ебучие. Во время путешествия с вашим персонажем может случиться что-то такое, что возникает предложение принимать изъян не обязательно, если вы согласитесь, то получите способность решать вам. Межпозвонковая грыжа. Вам слишком часто приходится носить на себе большой вес, и спина стала не та, что прежде стоит. Слишком много вещей на сразу реагирует. Эффект. Телесные показатели, если вес, который вы несете, превышает 50% вашей длинности -1. С 1 очков способности. Охуеть надо. Ай, блядь. Уебался. Надо сохраниться. Теперь я знаю, как до тут добраться. До этой залупы. В самое начало. Сука, сохранится. Ладно. Тоже мог подумать. Все уже все понятно. Да ебать, сука, не успел. Угу. Сохраняемся. И чё? А, типа... И можно вниз упасть. Вот значит как... Что? А какой смысл было? Всего это. Ну-ка, загрузимся. Еще раз. Лучше где-то не долазим. Лестниц больше нет, да? Интересно, блядь. Ради чего весь этот сырбор тогда? Если я туда попасть не могу. Так, чисто секретик получается. Вот что так. Обидненько. Я уж думал, блядь, в правильном направлении иду. Нихуя. Игра мне за щеку сильно надала. Грузчик, хующик. Ладно. Блять, ну я даже не представляю, как попасть. Ладно, как-нибудь посмотрим. Поперли дальше. Что сюда вернемся.
So then I told him, oh, ha ha ha, that tickles. How odd. No, don't desist. I think I might like it. Further data collection is required for accurate assessment. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
Подожди, мне в каюту надо. Сцилли, да? Феликс. Сцилла. А это чё? Вдруг. Монарх. Так, либо на монарх, либо на сциллу. Предлагаем сциллу сперва. Две побочки просто там.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Так, давай рабокопа возьмем. Да, 5 девок взял. Ебать. Она тоже здоровая. А, нет. Оружие бездны. Там сюда.
Scylla, no laws, no lines, and a whole lot of guns. I love this place.
Looks like they started terraforming the place, but gave up halfway.
Где там спуститься-то? Что?
Nice one! Here we go!
Not even a scratch.
И они пиздюлились. Лихо.
It ain't stealing if no one sees.
С чем-то на этот, блядь. На Бондерленд смахивает, блядь, по графике. Ну, если так. Образы смотреть.
Somebody lives all the way out here?
Ready, patrol. In
топать далековато.
What was that? I'm gonna get in their face!
Шо нахуй? Шо хуёшь? Хуя вы, блядь. Хуёшь. Чё, говна поедено?
Yep, that's me. No big deal. Just shrugging off my injuries as I stroll away from another flaming impact crater.
Also, detecting constipation, hair loss, reduced fertility due.
Вставай, хуй, блядь.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's Ellie. Excellent timing. Hello, Ellie. What a pleasure it is to see your sparkling beauty in this barren waste.
It's Dr. Fenhill. I certainly know his ex-crew. Mostly from the operating table. I've probably seen more of them than he has.
How cruel you are. I distinctly remember a special party at the Lost Hope Bar on Groundbreaker where
We did not.
Oh, fine. But we almost...
Keep going, and you're gonna see how good this automech is at picking up teeth.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat. The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she? I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense. Magnificent. And do please give Wanda my chilliest regards. And farewell to you, dear Dr. Fenhill. I trust I'll see you next I find myself on the Groundbreaker.
You'd better hope not.
Так быстро тут задание, блядь.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Rizzo's purple-berry fudge.
This is Halcyon Dune.
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill. It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay.
I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually take care of the mess myself.
It'd be nice to have you in here patching people up, not just blowing them apart.
I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me.
Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here. Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
Эти немножко. Блять, искать. Что интересно стало, блять. Помните, отсек утилизации отходов. Чуть дальше по основному. Он дяди. Это инструкция, которая пояснит, как проникнуть в закрытый отсек. владеет. Смятая бумажка трупа. Это зеленые отсеки. Здесь что ли? Где-то я видел труп. Я не помню, где он валялся.
Rizzo's knock you out bar. A CC Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Есть, по-моему, да? Тут он трон валяется. Что я уже ее подбирал.
Thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing skills. A toss ball first.
Может, там, где я лазил, блять. Нет отсеки. Не было никакого трупа. Интересно, блядь. Я не понимаю, где труп валяться. Так, блять, что интересно стало. Утилизатор, блять. нужны места. Активное задание.
Berry flavored power nuggets, now with 12% more crunch.
Вроде. Пошли, вскроем. На монарх. Внимание, это опасно для жизни.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Stellar Bay. Красиво, красиво. Городок не маленький, но любас. Пиздец, у нас шарится, придется.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Как будто...
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic, us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own extra. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you. Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor. I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Wow,
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Житель. Часовой, ранник, Беннет.
Laws. Can't a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace? What I am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place. This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
Скучаешь по старым временам?
When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
Шо нахуй? Туда.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time a clock steals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry,
Лёка, житель.
it's a wonderful directory.
Житель. Житель. Здорово, усатый. Базаришь?
Well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
Спасибо.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you? Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka, on account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you? Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the iconoclasts or some such. But it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all. Nope. But a man can dream.
Что у тебя есть? Бухлишка только. Так, ладно. А с тобой побазарим. Мне, по-моему, с тобой надо побазарить.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Что прощение?
Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out.
Какой-то нахуй историю
Drop
базарит.
of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you? Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Да, тогда дохуя, блядь, лазить нужно.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts? I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years, but he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for Halcyon life. As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about getting a manta queen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Manta queens, especially. Sure, they're real big. Hard to miss them. Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Thanks, Captain.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mana Queen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there, too. Yeah, you find him yet? Like what?
Все, пошел нахуй.
Please, will someone help me? Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful. Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this.
Блять.
Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy? Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Yeah.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are
Здесь сейчас
sublight
задание
runners from
понаберем
Fallbrook.
нах.
But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you? All sales are
торговка.
final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Понятно, репутацию надо поднять, бла-бла-бла. Все как обычно.
Help! Someone's been killed!
I think I'm gonna be sick. I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Sorry. Just spooked me, was all. Not much I can do for this guy.
Стальная крыса. Давай сразу разберемся с этим заданием.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, Until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
That's what she said.
There's truly no end to my suffering. Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then? Nothing. That's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me. Even talking about it has my blood pressure up. I've really gotta stop. Lucky you.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing...
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company.
You kill Edwards.
What can Auntie Abigail do for you? And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps, too.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
Блять.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry. I'm afraid it'll be the better part of a month. Our dear Nyoka tends to exhaust her supply rather quickly. Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you, but there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. The one upstairs, where we store our medicines. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie. Chin up, dearie. If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles.
Качать.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own cathanoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths. I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch? Ha! Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Ошибка во время трансляции, бла-бла-бла, блядь. Так.
Velma seen out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Velma's gonna be extra cranky if she doesn't get her cap.
Со мной не хочет разговаривать. Так. Работник.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna. Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional, erotic, and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but It seems we're back to the drawing board. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush. An ordinance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
There's nothing the board likes so much as paperwork.
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in, these days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. So taciturn, so dour. I'll be waiting with bated breath. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Не занимаюсь. Туда бегаю, сюда бегаю. Нихуя не выяснил.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
You don't much like...
Me, huh, Dr. Ellie? It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type. It's just...
I just want to
you
enjoy.
seem fine with the others. Did I do something to
За
make you
город, да?
unhappy with me? You gotta stop taking things so personal. You're setting yourself up for a letdown.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Hey! What are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business. I don't think so. You're a loose end now.
Incoming!
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it. But if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Good to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for. You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny. Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate upper to lower body ratio isn't something to pass up. Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Smells like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work. I bought some custom.
Что это важно? То есть, как в город приходишь, начинается какая-нибудь залупа.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Well, if you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing. This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. I don't have time for Grimm, even when I'm not working doubles. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. No, I paid Sublight for it, so it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. Sure can, if you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. Fine by me. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer. Something else on your mind? Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Все на одном месте. Так, ладно. Короче, давайте сегодня тормознемся. Вот. Продолжим в следующий раз. Походу, мы тут надолго застряли. Так, поэтому сегодня, думаю, хватит. Сегодня, думаю, хватит. Ладно, все, на сегодня все. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, пишите в комментариях, подписывайтесь. Папки ВКонтакте, на YouTube. Он был Evgenyzer, это была игра The Волдер. Короче, всем спасибо, всем пока. До новых встреч. Всем счастливо.
I wonder what Junlai's up to.